Hey there, TGIF. Happy Friday to you. I am meteorologist Ben Peine here in the Extol Media Studios in New Albany, Indiana, on a sunny start to our day. Take a look at that right there. We are going to have the chance of some showers and thunderstorms firing up this afternoon. A few isolated ones in the afternoon, and then late day evening time, say give or take around 7 p.m., more widespread cluster of showers and thunderstorms with a slight risk of severe storms as well. So we'll break that down, time it out, hour by hour, coming up with our high resolution weather models. But again, happy Friday. Thanks for joining us here on my Meteorologist Ben Peine page. There you can see right over here. I'm always backwards. Peine, Meteorologist Ben Peine, if you want to search it. Thanks for liking or following our Facebook page, Extol Weather on Facebook, Extol Media on YouTube. Thanks for subscribing or liking our YouTube channel as well, and then extolmag.com/weather. I don't know if you're like me, but it's been like a month of just dry throat, all that fun stuff here, which haven't had something like that in years and years. Thanks to maybe whatever is out there. Just making sure everything is up and running good here this morning. Want to also shout out the WHAS Crusade for Children. It is the 72nd WHAS Crusade for Children. I did the broadcast for, I think, around 16 years in a row. So it is this weekend. You got Firefighter Saturday. They'll probably be out at different intersections today, tomorrow, and into Sunday. So give freely, as the WHAS Crusade for Children does help children with special needs throughout basically the southern half of Indiana. So all of southern Indiana, and then also all of Kentucky. So tune in there and make sure you're helping out once again with this long standing tradition. And in fact, I can just go ahead and bring this up as well. Here is a look at whascrusade.org. There's many ways that you can give right there. So it is Crusade Weekend, and I've always said Crusade Weekend is one of those unofficial starts to summertime. Of course, you got Memorial Day, but it seems like right after the Crusade Weekend, things really start to warm up across the area. And again, we are looking at another muggy day today. Looking at a mostly sunny sky at the moment as we look live here in uptown New Albany, Indiana. So thanks for joining our Ben at 10 this morning. We've got Keith Hennessy. Quick question. We've got Bats tickets for 7:15 game. Is it looking like rain? It is looking like rain. Keith, they also have the Racing Louisville match this evening at 7:30. So it's going to be whatever we can do to do our best storm dodge. It is a busy weekend. We got the Crusade for Children, Roland Garros, the French Open. So there's some big matches right now. I think Carlos Alcaraz was down a little bit, and then Sinner and Djokovic is playing. They're playing at like 1 o'clock today. I'm a little bit into tennis. My son plays a lot of tennis. Congrats to the Indiana Pacers. Halliburton for the shooter last night to win the game one of the NBA Finals. So no one thinking that. Everybody thinking the Thunder was going to run away with this. But congrats to the Pacers. Big time of year for sports. There's some good golf on TV this weekend. U of L baseball has their super regionals at 3 o'clock today. Try to get that in before those storms move in, but there's going to be some isolated pop-up storms ahead of that main cluster we'll have to watch out for as well. So hopefully we can get the Louisville baseball game in. You got Bats baseball, as Keith was saying, and you got Rolling on the River, Beer Fest, and Jeff this weekend. So again, just a lot happening across the area. Judy Tyndall, have a great weekend. Thanks for tuning in here, Judy. We have good morning from Sharon Baynes. Wyatt Wright in the house this morning. Orlean, have a good weekend to you. And we have Barbara Brownfield, support the Crusade. Spencer County plays in the state tournament in Lexington at 8:30. Just a sprinkle, please. Not good timing here. So if you have some Friday night plans, sounds like a lot of you do, you're going to want to stick around for our timing with the weather models, which we typically do right around 10:20. We also have a good morning here from Beverly Hagist. Good morning from Borden, Indiana. Thanks for tuning in there, Beverly. So as we bring up, again, we've got sunshine around the area now, but take a look. We do have a little batch of some showers and thunderstorms, slow-moving batch along a stationary front that's laid out over southern Indiana. So that's heading towards Evansville right now. So this first initial batch might spark a few downpours. Right now we have a couple of showers, mainly in Kentucky here as we look down towards Elizabethtown. There you can see in Hardin County, Kentucky, we have a couple of these little showers. So not a big deal with that. Looks like a couple have been popping up in Adair County around Columbia and the Cumberland Parkway. But so far dry with plenty of sunshine in southern Indiana. So that is just kind of a little batch that might pop up a few kind of isolated showers and thunderstorms as we head into the afternoon. But what we're waiting on is this bigger batch of energy farther out to the west that we expect to arrive later on as we get toward late day evening time. I would say 6, 7, 8 o'clock, kind of the peak time frame for the next round of some showers and thunderstorms. Either way, have some of that rain gear ready to go today as it will be a little bit busy with our weather pattern. When it's not raining, when outside of any of that storm chance, going to be a muggy day today. I took my son and we went to the driving range at Hidden Creek, and we were sweating pretty quick out there yesterday in the mugginess. We've got Lori Peavy. Good morning from Lebanon, Kentucky. Thanks for tuning in there. And also Tammy Morton, good morning. And remember to put your town in there so we got representation all throughout southern Indiana and Kentucky. So thank you guys very much for tuning in here on this Friday morning here. Ben at 10. I want to bring this back up as well as I do want to thank, before we get into those weather models, the Ivy Tech Sellersburg Spotlight here. There's programs for high school students and a testimonial from me for Ivy Tech, by the way. My daughter just got back from IU orientation yesterday, and we found out she actually has 46 college credits that transferred. So she's starting off going to IU in August as a second semester sophomore. Thank you again to Ivy Tech and those programs that they have with high schools. That is going to save mom and dad and Hannah a bunch of money, thousands and thousands of dollars. So it looks like she might be able to get her degree in 2.5 years before she's 21, thanks to Ivy Tech and their programs. Lions Roofing, they've got a roofing repair technician opening, by the way. If you want to learn more about that position and if you have any roofing issues, certainly call 812-294-3595. You can go to lionsroofingco.com. And Libs Paving, they are the biggest paving contractor around. They have a ton of job openings as well. So no excuse if you need some work, there you go. Whether it's summertime or a new career, put that money in the bank as well at NWSB, friendly locations all over southern Indiana, people you know wherever you go, banking the way you want. And if you're just popping in, again, a reminder, it is the 72nd WHAS Crusade for Children this weekend. So again, open up those wallets. Every penny counts, as they say, year after year. And again, tracking a little bit of showers and thunderstorms out to the west, and we will dig into that data here in just a second. We've got Tammy Morton tuning in. Good morning to you. Patsy Amos from Upton, Kentucky. Donna Bray from Brandenburg. Good morning. Thanks for watching there. And we also have Lillian Lasley. Thank you for you watching every day, Lillian. And also Linda Lawrence. Good morning from New Wash. They're in eastern Clark County. So yeah, if you guys have anything going on in your town or your county, you have an event that you want to give a shout out to, maybe you're an organizer of an event, or you're helping to work out, you're volunteering, go ahead and give it a shout out in the comments and we'll put it up there. Big Happy says, happy Friday to you. As we take a sip of coffee with no cream, but some sugar as we get started this morning. All right, also very quickly before we dig into the weather models, just want to mention here some tools that you can use at any point in time. If you go right over to extolmag.com/weather, interactive radar, 7-day forecast, the weather story that I posted this morning about our rain chances today and tomorrow. Your severe weather outlook from the Storm Prediction Center here, day 1, day 2. We're going to look at those with the maps here in just a moment. Any watches, warnings, storm reports, current Indiana traffic and weather, all kinds of tools right here. Really, your only one-stop shop for Southern Indiana, and also serving Kentucky as well. This is the interactive radar. As I bring this up full screen, you can see our temperatures humid in the 70s, and you can see some of this rain out to the west. This is kind of a little appetizer. We might get that pop-up downpour for midday, early afternoon, but the main event is still out west. The energy for that is still out west. So we're going to take a look at that here in just 1 second. And we also, the comment section is busy this morning. Thanks for popping in, everybody. Carolyn Tash from Memphis. And we have Camilla Newton from Shelbyville. Good morning to you. Rich Carlson. The legend, Rich, here has been helping out the crusade for 1,000 years. How does it look for our Crusade for Children activities tonight? So, Rich, I would say around 7 p.m. we're going to start to see some of that rain move in. And then a lot of tomorrow is going to be dry before we have some more rain tomorrow evening. So we're going to get some decent breaks to help out the crusade, but there are still going to be prepared for some early evening showers and thunderstorms. Barbara Haas, thanks for watching this morning. And also we've got Debbie Hennessy. Tell Hannah congrats. I teach at Ivy Tech, and it's awesome for kiddos to get ahead on their college career. Yeah, I was blown away that she already had 46 credits, and again, starting off as a sophomore, second semester sophomore. So that is just incredible. So this is, again, your interactive radar, extolmag.com/weather. You can put on any alerts that there might be out there. You can look at storm tracks, all different kinds of things and tools here at extolmag.com/weather. Let me go ahead and get out of the full screen mode. And then we'll take a look at one more look outside with the Falls of the Foundation.org camera. Looking over the fossil beds here. And seeing some sunshine, just a humid, feels like summertime morning. Somebody's out there fishing this morning. Look at that. Somebody's having a good Friday morning, got the boat out there. It looks like they got the trolling motor out. And there's a look out toward Ashland Park and the city of Louisville. And there you can see some mid-high level clouds out there and just a few fair weather low cumulus clouds too. So kind of a mixed sky. We actually have a pretty high UV index for today, and that will take us to the forecast. First, do want to remind you as well that if you would like to become part of the team here, we can be your megaphone to get your business, your organization out there here in Southern Indiana or even in Kentucky. So you can become an advertising partner. We can build a marketing plan, all different tools here at Extol Media. You can contact me, Ben at extolmag.com, Jason at extolmag.com. And a lot of the businesses we deal with, we have a personal relationship with, again, our own testimonials. Happy to join, happy for you to join the team. We've been averaging over 2 million views per month over the last 90 days on my Facebook comment. That doesn't include all the other platforms, YouTube and on all that stuff too. So again, if you just want to shoot me an email too, you got a weather question or maybe a weather picture, you can do that to Ben at extolmag.com. That is extolmag.com. So again, Louisville plays 3 p.m. today, Jim Patterson Stadium, go Cards. Best 2 out of 3 versus Miami. Hopefully we get that game in before that rain. Murray State with Dominic Decker, local, the son of Joe and Stephanie Decker. They're playing 1 p.m. tomorrow versus Duke. Good luck to them. Here's that UV index today up to a very high level of 9. And then we're looking at a high of 83 today for your June 6th. And pop-up downpours before that area of widespread showers and thunderstorms that is expected as we head towards the evening time. Southwest winds around 5 to 15 miles per hour. Teresa Wilkins, good morning to you. And also we have Steve Gibbons watching from Brandenburg, Kentucky, and Linda Anderson. Thank you guys all for those good mornings here to get us started on our Ben at 10. So here's that Racing Louisville forecast, 7:30. Again, that rain probably moving in around that time. might be a little tough to do that storm dodge out there at Lynn Family Stadium. Once we get that rain moving in, we'll go from the 80s into the 70s. Just a humid night out there. And then tomorrow at 8 p.m., Lou City is playing. So you got some soccer there tomorrow evening. Hopefully it holds off, but there's also going to be a rain chance for our Saturday evening. Same kind of forecast. Forecast tonight, some showers and thunderstorms, a low of 67 degrees. The overall severe weather threat's pretty low, but there could be a few strong to severe storms, and we're going to time that out here in just a few minutes with the high-resolution weather model data. Again, we often get to that right around 10:20. So if you're watching the replay, you can fast forward to 10:20 if that's the digging into data portion of the show that you like the most, the weather models. So stay tuned. We're almost there. Here's that forecast for tonight. Sun up at around 6:19. This weekend is graduation weekend for us. My daughter Hannah graduates Sunday at 2 and then has her graduation party after that. And then that should be the end, almost the end of graduation season. So tomorrow's forecast, Saturday, June 7th, mostly dry in the morning and in the afternoon. But as we head towards the evening, the rain chances ramp up. Very similar to the weather that we have in the forecast for today. Our normal high is 84, our normal low is 65. Our sun up at around 6:19 and setting at 9:04. And the 7-day forecast here for you. We've got, again, that good chance of rain late tomorrow. And then there could be a lingering shower early Sunday, but most of Sunday is looking dry. 81 degrees, that high temperature. And then Monday, we've got a little trough moving through. It's going to give us some energy for some scattered showers. Highs in the upper 70s, it looks like, for Monday and Tuesday. But then I'm hoping for a drier period, a drier stretch, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, maybe Friday. So much of next week actually might be pretty dry. We might be trying to look for some things to talk about as we head into a quieter weather pattern next week. And then temperatures maybe starting to gradually go back up. We have, we hit 90 for the first time earlier this week, officially in Louisville. But really, I mean, these temperatures aren't that bad for this time of the year. Okay, we're going to bring up, again, the weather model data here. We're going to remove that, add that. And if you are just tuning in, there's actually a pretty good amount of sunshine out there. There's the corner of Vincennes and Market in uptown New Albany at our Extol Media Studios. So right now we do have dry conditions across the area, but that is likely to change again later on today. Okay, let's zoom in a little bit here. So severe weather is out in Arkansas and southwestern Missouri now. A cluster of some showers and thunderstorms here heading towards Evansville and then towards Tell City. And then we've had a couple showers kind of falling apart here, as you notice, as they get closer to Elizabethtown and Hodgenville. You guys might get that sprinkle chance down that direction. And then Campbellsville and Columbia, you've got some little showers around your area. Again, those are no big deal. All dry throughout our southern Indiana counties with a good amount of sunshine as well. So that is the status right now, time 0. But we are going to look ahead now. We're going to bring up the weather models. We're going to start with the HRRR, the High Resolution Rapid Refresh weather model. If you're a frequent watcher, listener, you know all about the HRRR. So we're going to go to the future radar, and this updates every hour. So it's looking at the latest information here. I'm going to jump this ahead. I'm going to put actually, so this is 11 o'clock. So what does it look, how does it look starting off? So we just had the real radar show that batch around Evansville and out towards Missouri and Arkansas. Is it picking up on that data, initializing well? It looks like it is. So you want the models to start off good. That's one thing they teach us in weather school, is to see how things are looking starting off. So it looks good. You've got that batch out towards Evansville, otherwise mostly dry. So this is starting off right now. Now we're going to go hour by hour as we head into the afternoon. So it shows slow moving, that I call it just kind of little disturbance out towards Evansville. So as that moves east slowly and in the muggy air this afternoon, notice here I'll stop it at 2 p.m. and bring this up full screen. So this is where we could have a few of these, hit or miss pop-up downpours I would not expect anything severe with that. But that is your 2 p.m. today. Have the umbrella handy, again, just in case. All right, so as we move ahead into the later afternoon hours, can't rule out that isolated pop-up, but look at the mess out west. When is that going to get here? So this is at 5 p.m., 6 p.m., and now we're at 7 o'clock, and that's looks like when things start to ramp up. So Keith Hennessy was asking a little bit earlier, we got Bats tickets, what's it looking like? So you're gonna have to cross your fingers, get real lucky, because this is our more widespread chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms across the area. Here is 8 p.m. Now, could we have some places dodge it? Perhaps. Right now, it's showing the heaviest rain along and south of I-64. There might be some small hail, but the atmosphere is getting pretty warm, so a lot of it will be melting before it hits the ground. The main issue here with the slight risk of severe storms today is some isolated damaging wind gusts. So some straight line winds will be possible. It would be a very low threat of a tornado because there's not much wind shear in the atmosphere. So we're getting closer to kind of a summertime pattern where there's not a lot of wind out there, but we do have the energy for the storms to pop up due to just the mugginess out there. All right, so back to the full screen mode we go. This is 8 o'clock this evening. Here's 9 o'clock. So we're just going to have scattered showers and thunderstorms through sunset. And after sunset, notice that chance of rain continues. This here is at midnight tonight. And so if you have some Friday night plans, could be a bit of a soaker for many of us. And here's at 2 o'clock in the morning. Now I'm going to, let's go ahead and pull up the NAM 3 kilometer. Those are the two highest resolution weather models. And then we're going to kind of compare and contrast. So this is the NAM 3 kilometer right now. Let's see how it initializes. It has a little bit of that activity out towards the west, towards Evansville. And then it also has, it's doing a good job picking up on the bigger batch of storms out in southwestern Missouri and into Arkansas. So let's see what it says for us as we look ahead here. So I'm going to go ahead and go to early afternoon at around 2 o'clock. And there you can see it's given us some isolated pop-up showers and storms as well. It's kind of like yesterday. There were some pop-up storms, but a lot of people dodged it. I mean, if you didn't get the rain yesterday, you're like, well, today's dry. But if you got caught under it, you got a good downpour. So this is at 4 o'clock today. So again, some isolated downpours through the afternoon ahead of the main cluster, we'll call it. So this is at 4 p.m. Remember the HRR, the High Resolution Rapid Refresh weather model, had around 7 p.m. that rain moving in. So let's see what the NAM does. This is at 5 o'clock. And then this here is at 6 o'clock. And then pretty similar timing. This is around 7. Has that rain. It has it a bit heavier, again, along and south of 64. So that trend is the same on both. That's interesting. So this is at 8 o'clock. Notice southern Indiana, the rain not looking as heavy, and north of 64. And then south, basically Metro Louisville south, is where you get some of the more tropical downpours in those areas there. So that is as we head towards sunset, or even a little bit before sunset. Let's say like 6, 7, 8 o'clock. That's when our shower and thunderstorm chances begin to ramp up across the area. That's your 8 p.m. time frame. Let's go into later in the nighttime. This is 10 p.m. now after sunset, and we still have some areas of showers and some thunderstorms around into the late night hours. This is 11 p.m. Stationary front over the area. Energy riding along it, so that is what's giving us this round of some showers and thunderstorms. And then there you can see that activity continues into the late night hours. Now I'm going to bump this ahead to sunrise tomorrow morning. It was around 7 a.m. So there could be a lingering shower early tomorrow, but most of it's starting to move off to the east. This is going to give us a break. It looks like a mainly dry window through most of the daytime tomorrow. So tomorrow not going to be a washout for your Saturday, but like today, as we head towards evening time Saturday, that looks like when we'll have the chance of some storms ramping back up across the area. Let's get back to it. So this is at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. I'm going to jump this ahead to the afternoon for your Saturday. And it shows, again, a big window of dry time. But also look west, some more energy riding along that stationary front our direction. So there we go as we head toward the evening time. This one doesn't look like it'll have quite as much of a punch as the activity that we have moving in today will. But this is at 6 p.m. Saturday. So very similar timing with the rain today and tomorrow. This is at 7 p.m. And this here is at 8 o'clock. So another chance of rain tomorrow toward evening time. We'll go a little bit later into the night. This is at 10 p.m. Saturday and then 11 o'clock. So now we're going to have to get into just a little bit longer range weather model. I want to take you into your Sunday morning. So notice the rain is starting to move off to the east and south Sunday morning. There could be maybe a lingering shower early, but most of our Sunday is looking dry. That is Sunday at 5 p.m. However, as we head into our Monday, this is going to be June the 9th. There's a chance for some scattered showers as we have this trough moving through. I'm giving it about a 40% chance of rain for Monday. But beyond Monday, things are looking drier and drier. So I'm expecting a lot of dry time for next week. Let me bring up the Storm Prediction Center's severe weather outlook for today and tomorrow. So this is today's severe weather outlook. And much of our area is in the yellow. And so, I mean, some people make a lot of jokes about the Storm Prediction Center's outlooks. Sometimes they look like avocados. Sometimes they look like private parts. I'm not going to make any jokes here, but this is the severe weather outlook for today from the Storm Prediction Center, a division of the National Weather Service. All right, we're going to zoom in here. All right, southern Indiana into Kentucky, level 2 out of 5 of the severe weather risk categories. So overall low threat of severe weather, but there is the risk for a few strong to severe thunderstorms, especially along and south of I-64. That goes along with the high-resolution weather model data that we were looking at. As we look at the probability of wind, that is the main issue here. I would say that hail is probably going to be a lot less. The hail threat is farther out west over the Great Plains, where they have more energy for severe weather. And so we go to day 2 now. And the probability of tornado, 2%, especially west of I-65. So low threat of a tornado. And let's go to day 2, severe weather risk. That severe weather risk shifts a little farther off to the south over southern Kentucky down into Tennessee. It's a big slight risk of severe storms for tomorrow, covering much of the deep south and the southeastern United States. So just some active weather over much of the region. All right, continuing to move ahead here on our Ben at 10 on this Friday morning as we come up to almost 10:30. Let's take a look to, I want to bring up the Climate Prediction Center's map. I actually want to look at their precipitation 6 to 10 day outlook. More active weather to our south and southwest. We'll bring back the temperature outlook. A little bit below normal, and that goes along with my 7-day forecast. And then looking farther out, we're probably going to start to warm things up as we head towards, I would say, mid to late June, which would be pretty normal for this time of the year. So there you go. That is the weather model data and the timing of those storms for today. And if you have any weather questions, feel free to drop them in there. Let me bring back one more thing here. I was just curious about what the current temperatures are because we've got the stationary front right over basically the Ohio River. And there's the temperatures as they pop up. I'll go bring this full screen here for you. So temperature map across the United States. So it is rather cool in many areas northwest of that front. Looky here. This is 40s and 50s over the Western Plains and the Rockies. And then we've got our warmth here from our area down over the deep south. Notice that's pretty steamy stuff. Right around 86 around West Palm, down in Florida, one of the warmer spots right now. We are already at 81 here in Louisville. So pretty toasty out there. A humid start to our Friday. Feeling like summer Friday. All right. Again, you're going to go to extolmag.com/weather. Look at the interactive radar right there. It looks like we got some rain moving into Perry County around Santa Claus, Indiana. And active severe weather off to our southwest or southwestern Missouri and into Arkansas right now. And we got a question here from Dana Buckner. Do you think any severe weather for Greensburg over the next few days? So late today, I think there is a chance we could get a couple warnings. I think that would be for isolated damaging wind gusts in excess of 60 miles per hour. And then also late Saturday, maybe an isolated severe storm, but most of that looks like it'll be off to the south. But no big severe weather outbreak or anything like that. So if you get a severe thunderstorm warning in your area, just wait it out inside and then you'll be in good shape. Teresa Logston, good morning. Thanks for tuning in here on this Friday edition. So we made it through the weather models there. We'll get back to the forecast. Again, there is just a ton going on this weekend as we look at the forecast here for today and the 7-day forecast. Lots of sports, graduation still going on, all the fun things. So let me remove that and bring back up this. Again, I want to reminder, Super Regional today at 3 p.m. Jim Patterson Stadium. Louisville taking on Miami. Best 2 out of 3. Murray State is Saturday at 1 p.m. You got Bats baseball this evening. Racing Louisville match. You got soccer at 7:30 at Lynn Family Stadium. My daughter's graduation on Sunday. Thankfully, we're drying out for that. The WHS Crusade for Children, and this is the Murray State. They are heading to Super Regional tomorrow. Indiana Pacers, congratulations. Halliburton with the almost buzzer beater to win last night, Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Roland Garros, which is the French Open. Some big matches today. How is Alcaraz doing right now? Anybody into tennis? My kids got deep into tennis, and then so I started to get back into tennis after a long time not caring. Back in the Agassi days, I was into tennis. So we got Musetti took the first set versus Alcaraz, and then it looks like they're tied 6-6 in the second set. And then Sinner and Djokovic play at 1 o'clock. There's also some good golf going on. There is Lou City Soccer tomorrow evening. Bats have their home stand. So again, just a whole bunch happening in the sports world and again, across the area. Looking at a comment here from Tracy Huber. I missed your timeline for today. What's your thoughts on the weather affecting the U of L baseball game at 3? So it looks like, I'm hoping it's like 7 p.m. when we start to see that higher chance of rain move in. There could be an isolated pop-up downpour at some point this afternoon, but that big cluster of storms that's going to roll in later today, 7 p.m. That would be long enough to get in that baseball game. So I would give it a shot if you got plans to head out to Jim Patterson Stadium. And Dana Buckner, thanks for keeping us informed. Thanks for tuning in here this morning. So the UV index, despite a storm chance today, very high level of 9. Not a hard thing to do to get a burnout there. So apply the sunscreen and maybe avoid that direct sunlight for a long period of time. That forecast high today at 83 degrees, humid. It'll feel warmer than that. Those dew points are up in the upper 60s, near 70. So that's some pretty midsummer-like air. Southwest wind around 5 to 15. Rain and storms in the forecast for Racing Louisville match tonight. Same forecast for the Bats. Of course, they play pretty close together. Clara Matthews in with a happy Friday. TGIF to you, Clara. Thanks for watching here. Forecast tonight, 67. Some scattered showers and thunderstorms and a bit humid. And then as we look at the forecast tomorrow for your Saturday, June 7th, Firefighter Saturday, they call it, the WHAS Crusade for Children, the 72nd WHAS Crusade for Children. So that is tomorrow, mostly dry during the daytime, late day, evening, like today, a chance of some showers and thunderstorms. And then our 7-day forecast, Joe Marshall in with a real-time report. It is so humid, sweating. No doubt about that. I ran into someone who works for the forestry yesterday with the Department of Natural Resources in Indiana. And I go, how was it? A little muggy in the woods today? He goes, I can deal with humid. I can deal with hot. But when it comes to hot and humid, it's not so much fun. And good morning, Dawn Bowling. I missed your Saturday rain. So most of the day is going to be dry tomorrow, but like today, as you get toward 7, 8, 9 o'clock, the rain chances ramping back up. So very similar forecast today and tomorrow. Back to the 7-day. So late day showers and thunderstorms tomorrow into the evening time, 82, 81, and mostly dry Sunday. There might be a lingering shower early as that front moves out. And then Monday, we got a trough moving through. It'll give us some scattered showers, high of 78. And then hoping for a drier period of weather for much of next week after Monday. Looking at upper 70s Tuesday, low 80s Wednesday, and then likely back into some mid 80s by next Thursday and Friday. And we did have some questions as some folks are just popping on towards the latter part. Look at it. Chase, give me a break. What did I miss? You missed almost 40 minutes of Ben at 10. But what you can do here, when we wrap things up here in a little bit, you can fast forward through all the weather model data and whatever you want to look at. If you're watching the replay this afternoon, Friday evening, thanks for watching. And thanks for dropping in a comment at any point today. Chase, I need to get back out there at South Park now that everything's grown in. Chase does an awesome job. He's a golf superintendent. He's been at Lucas Oil, Old Capitol, South Park Country Club. What am I missing? All great places. And we've got Sheila Milburn. We just got back from the Lake Rough River and had great weather. A little bit windy, but great. Hopefully the water temperatures, how's the lake water? Is it starting to warm up? Chase says, I have grass to grow. I'm going to get you some rain out there. Oh, I didn't know you're at Champions Point. Cruising around to all the best courses around. And then we've got, Cog Hill. Good Lord. All righty. Chase says, thanks, my man. Thank you for tuning in here. And let me bring back up something else. Let me remove that, add that. This is just a reminder. You can always get your interactive radar. Be your own meteorologist at extolmag.com/weather. That is a look at the interactive radar. And big reminder here that it is the Crusade for Children weekend, the 72nd WHAS Crusade for Children. Again, open up those wallets. Every penny counts. Be safe around the intersections where they might be collecting in your area. Helping out the southern half of Indiana, all of southern Indiana and all the Kentucky counties. I was a part of, I think, 16 live broadcasts, 16 years with the WHS Crusade for Children. Awesome people there at the Crusade doing awesome things. So shout out to the crew out there. You got Sean, you got Phil, you got Dawn, Heather, Nathan. You know who you are. All you guys care a lot and do a lot of great things. Okay, and I want to, if you were watching earlier, big shout out to Ivy Tech Sellersburg, 42 programs offered. Why the big shout out today? My daughter got back from IU orientation yesterday, and we found out she has 46 college credits. So they all transferred to IU, so she gets to start off as a sophomore second semester, saving mom, dad, and her quite a bit of dinero as she goes into college. Thank you, Ivy Tech, for setting her up, giving her a head start, maybe only taking 2.5 years to complete her degree. Pretty awesome there. So check it out. That is ivytech.edu. Go to Sellersburg location, learn a whole lot more about it. All of it. Lions Roofing, they've got a roofing repair technician job opening, so give them a shout if you need some work. 812-294-3595. They have plenty of work for you. Get your free estimate if you want to learn more about if you have any roofing issues. A lot of job postings here for you too at libspaving.com/jobs postings. You can go to Libs, that is Libs, B as in Ben, paving.com. Great company here, great benefits. If you want to work there, look at all of those job openings. That is incredible right there. And once you get all that money, put it in the bank, newwashbank.com, NWSB, people you know wherever you go, banking the way you want. And you can see their online banking right here. There are a lot of cool programs as well. They can actually hook you up if you don't have one with like an HSA. They've got Bazing rewards. They've got a lot of different programs that I never even knew about at newwashbank.com. All of those, personal relationship there. And that's what we're looking for here if you want to become a partner with our program here at Extol Media. If you want a megaphone to get your business, your organization out there to more folks, Extol means to highly praise, to celebrate. That's what we want to do here in Southern Indiana and beyond. You can contact me, Ben at extolmag.com, whatever your business or your service might be. Love to partner up with you, Jason at extolmag.com. And then, again, we've been averaging over 2 million views per month over the last 90 days just on my Facebook comment. That does not include all of our other offerings on different platforms, extolmag.com/weather, and much, much more. It's not just advertising. We can do whole marketing programs and all kinds of stuff, production, all that good stuff. Actually, my Extol Media team is, I believe, at the Seelbach, downtown Louisville, putting on a big program out there today. So a lot of different things that we do here in New Albany, Indiana. Sheila Milburn, that's awesome for your daughter's credits. Smart decision. Yeah, thank you. We're very happy and thrilled about that. They had a good time there at the Bloomington IU campus yesterday and the day before. And then now we're rolling right into graduation. Again, if you missed anything, we're now 42 minutes in. We went from about 10:20 to, I'd say, 10:35 with the weather model data. So if you're watching that replay, if you just want to see the timing of the storms over the next couple of days, you can check that out. Thanks again very much for joining us on what was a sunny start. Now we have a little layer of clouds moving through as we look live here at the corner of Vincent's and Market in Uptown New Albany at the Extol Media Studios. And I might want to take one little last peek of the live radar and see if those storms are getting any closer. I'll put up the SAT-RAD, the radar and satellite. And here we go. Bring it up full screen. So there you can see this batch. I would call that kind of the appetizer. We'll see what that does. It's super slow moving around Evansville right now. Some of that heading into Perry County, Indiana, near Santa Claus, just south of Ferdinand. And then you got a couple of little tiny showers here over Campbellsville, near Campbellsville at least, just off to the north there, in Kentucky. Just south of Raywick, just to the west of Bradfordsville, southeast of Hodgenville. So we're still pretty dry here. And then we're going to be waiting for the bigger batch of showers and thunderstorms that is working out to the west right now. So we're basically getting this energy right here. It's going to be riding the stationary front our way. Right now, kind of the biggest heads up, while there could be an isolated storm this afternoon or downpour, the more widespread chance of rain looks like around that 7 p.m. time frame. And perhaps it is Lillian with the last comments of our week on Ben at 10. Have a good weekend. Why not stop it right there? Thank you all so much for tuning in. You can always join on my page, Meteorologist Ben Peine, P-E-I-N-E, or on Extol Weather on Facebook, Extol Media on YouTube, extolmag.com/weather. Wherever you're watching from, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you Monday. Have a great weekend.